Hi everybody, welcome back to our channel. Here we're going to be feeding our pets today, taking care of ourselves and our house. So I'm going to take you along with me. Let's see if I can get a video. Yep, there she goes. She doesn't typically like an audience during her workouts, but she's dashing. First thing I want to mention, if you have a cat and they're very hyperactive, most cats I think would be able to benefit from an exercise wheel, but mine loves it and it just rolls. It has a carpet pad here for the traction that they can scratch, but I am going to be getting a different one that has the foam pads on it that are a lot safer so their nails cannot get stuck. But overall this has been really fun for her. The idea of it is great if you have the space for it. And as soon as I go in the kitchen, this thing is following me. This is the sous vide egg bites by Starbucks. They sold them at Costco. They are delicious. They taste exactly like the real thing. Not that I would expect them to, but absolutely delicious. We're gonna plate these up and get these go. Here they are in their glory. They are beautiful, delicious. These are absolutely amazing. I can't remember the nutrition facts on them, but they're egg bites, so they might be pretty fatty and probably high in sodium, but overall, like, this is a really good breakfast option. It's decent in calorie. Yeah, this is not intended to be some super holistic, healthy version of what you should eat a day, but these are absolutely delicious, easy to make. It came with a 10-pack. It was about $15, so I guess if you do the math, you save a few bucks on going to Starbucks to purchase them, and they taste identical and they're delicious. So 10 out of 10 would recommend. I do wonder if they sell these at Sam's Club, and I will find out and let you guys know. Me being my best self and drinking this coffee, I'm going to become a different person in about 3 to 5 minutes, so be back. My baby's still sleeping right now. It's not her time to wake up quite yet, but we're just going to say a quick hello and let her go back to bed. Love you. Easy good girl, mommy. This is my snake enclosure. It's a 55-gallon. She's a 2-year-old adult female ball python. She's a cinnamon pastel morph from what the breeder told me. I'm not very knowledgeable on the different morphs, so if I butchered anything or whatever, forgive me. But I will be blacking out these 3 sides. I put a ridiculous blanket that I hate that collects a lot of lint, so it's not the most aesthetically pleasing. So I will be getting some sort of blackout area for her. I know I just look ridiculous in this reflection, so let me zoom in, but I know I need to get some more clutter. But if you have any advice on the how to have like the best setup for an enclosure, please provide some tips. I'm completely new to the reptile community, so reading a lot. The humidity is kind of hard to manage here, so if you have any tips on that. I constantly have to spray down the enclosure 2 to 3 times a day, and keeping the heat higher in order to get the right temperature. Eventually I'd like to get her in a better enclosure, maybe a bigger, obviously bigger tank, maybe a, I don't know, 95-gallon or 120, and hook it up. But she is in her cool hide at the moment. She's currently working through her last few days of a shed, her first shed. I've never experienced this. This is the very first time, and I painted that for her. Her name is Medusa, and hence you see her shed that's on the glass, so I'll have to clean that up. But so far she's been really sweet. I haven't really handled her too much, and I really would like to work on that for me to feel more confident handling her. But I guess in my head I still kind of think that she's going to bite me and kill me, but I need to like build some confidence when it comes around handling her, so we have a better relationship. I don't know if they emotionally bond with their owners. I don't think that they're that intellectual, but if you have any advice, I'd appreciate it. I'm really excited about this package. This is something for my cat that I got. I wanted to have a safe space for her that she could run to because her and my dog play a lot, and sometimes they play kind of rough, and I just want to make sure she has a safe haven that she can jump up high, because they like to sit up high anyway and lounge. So I wanted to give her some options. The cat trees are cool, but I just think this was so much cooler, and she will still have a cat tree. It'll just be in the kitchen near a window or wherever I choose to put it. But it comes with, it is by Cat's Mode. It is a seller on Etsy, and I got this on sale, that they were having a 55% off sale, so I just went ahead and splurged. So I'm gonna insert some clips of what it would look like to give an idea of how the setup would look like, but it's essentially an obstacle course that you can put on the wall. It has a bridge, some extra steps. This is just like an example of like how they have it set up, but I got the dark walnut color, so I'm gonna show a little bit more about that, but I'm really excited about this. And we're in the process of putting together this cat furniture for the wall. It's very nice and goes with like the boho chic planty vibe that I have going on in my house, so I feel like it would look nice in my bedroom. It comes with a bridge, a bed, 2 hexagon cubes for Daphne to climb into, and some steps. So all my husband has to do now is just put them on the wall where we intended to put them. So I'll check back in with you guys later on how it looks. The quality is average. The wood is kind of thin. I wouldn't say it's the most supportive. If you have a small cat, it probably would benefit, but the instructions were a bitch. All right, you guys, my husband's putting up the set. We're in mid-project. So the first one up there, that one doesn't have like a top, so she can just like, Daphne can just look at it. That next one below it is a Monstera plant that's carved into it. This is the bed that she can actually sleep in. So, and this is the brand. Next, we're going to be putting together the bridge, and there's 3 steps. And the design that I chose for the step was to have this cat look to it. So, I mean, it doesn't, I like this because it doesn't look cheesy, but it's still nice cat furniture. But it's not like one of those like ugly cat trees. And then the pretty cat trees are like $300. I mean, this whole set was 2 hexagons, a bed, the bridge, which I'll show you in a moment when we get that up. And then the 3 steps was $230, but I got it on a sale. Now that's not cheap at all, that is expensive, but I feel like once it's set up, and you'll see like the entire setup of it, it's definitely a good enrichment, safe space to have for your cat to be up high. And it doesn't look tacky. Well, to me it doesn't look tacky. Alright guys, so it's all finished. So we have 2 steps here, the bridge. This is how that turned out. It's like another step here so she can hop into the bed. And then the 2 hexagons. And she's already in it, as you can see. So this turned out really, really, really nice.
This is very
and
useful.
This is what it looks like
I got like one for Christmas.
from here. This definitely was a project, so just FYI. I can absolutely link the seller on the video. It's from Etsy, and it's called Cat's Mode. And definitely look out, they have sales all the time. But overall, like, it's not very heavy duty wood. But I would say that the concept of it is beautiful. It's not cheesy. In my opinion, I think it looks nice.
Going on the top, yep.
And I think that Daphne clearly really, really loves it. So, oh my gosh,
Now
we're so
she
excited.
she wanna. You know, the next thing she's gonna be doing.
Do you like it? Daphne? Hi. Hi. Hi, Daphne. She cute, isn't she, Mom? Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. She's like my little jaguar. She's so cute. You like it? Yeah. Oh, this bit here. Go back in. There you go. Right here. Ooh. It is so funny watching them. They're hilarious. Go in here. This is your bed. It's a bed. Okay, so it's time to feed Blue and Daphne some breakfast. This is actually going to be Daphne's second meal of the day. She eats between 3 and 5 times a day right now. I don't know how long I'll feed that many times per day, but I do a lot of meals, small portions for Daphne right now since she's a kitten. So we'll start with Daphne. So we're gonna go in with the Tiki Cat. This is the sardine cutlets recipe. So I typically just give her like maybe 2 small scoops of the food, and then I'll add like maybe like a crunchy topper on it. So I'll do that, and then she'll have just enough for like a, okay. So I keep all of the air dried like organ and animal parts that I have in here. So Blue and Daphne eat this. There's chicken hearts, smelt, there's liver, things like that. I get a subscription from Real Dog Box, and if I can give Daphne little bits and pieces of some of the products in it, I will, especially like the fish. So I'll give her a little piece like that, and I'll just crunch this in on top, and I'll give maybe a little piece of this is pork kidney, so I'll just break it up in little pieces here. Looks kind of like just like a little piece of jerky. So little bits and pieces on top there. So her meal looks like this. So I'll go ahead and feed that to her. Daphne, bon appetit. And next we're gonna feed Blue. So we're gonna feed Blue in this little bowl here. She's about 70 pounds. I've been trying to cut down her food a little bit to get her weight down a bit. So I have reduced her food a little bit because in training she gets treats. So I have to reduce, her meals somewhere so that she's still able to have her rewards and to fit within her her caloric amount for the day. So this is actually a cat bowl, but it's a pretty decent size. So we'll go ahead and use this. I'm gonna use the Open Farm raw mix, and oops, okay, got that piece. I can put a picture of exactly what that looks like, which recipe. It's the Wild Oceans recipe with ancient grain. So it has pieces of freeze-dried meat chunks in here, and it's coated in bone broth. So you don't necessarily have to add bone broth. I will when rehydrating it, because it just adds more flavor to the food, gives her more enticed to eat it. She really does like this recipe though. So next we're gonna go ahead and add in some ultra oil here. This is good for cats and dogs, so I do give Daphne this once a day as well. Since she's so small, she only gets like 1 pump, but Blue's gonna go ahead and get 4 pumps, and it's the omega-3, 6, and 9. It's sardine, anchovy, and hemp seed oil. This is a really good product, so definitely recommend. So 4 pumps there. Another staple that I really like adding in Blue's meal is the Myos or Mios muscle formula here. She has a luxating patella in her back leg. As far as I know, it's just the one leg. I've noticed that she definitely limps sometimes if she gets too much exercise, or if she turns the wrong way. She has kind of pulled it like out of place a little bit, and I would really like to prevent operating on it and preventing any issues. So I add this in her food every day. It has 2 all-natural ingredients. It helps build muscle, improves your joint health, and improve your mobility. So this is the green-lipped muscle formula. Glucosamine, chondroitin, and omega-3. It's powered by Fortropin, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But overall, since I've been giving this to her for about almost 3 months now, I have noticed a difference. She doesn't seem to struggle as much when it comes to physical exercise like running, and she's not really a runner. She doesn't need to be a runner, especially with that. But if she runs and plays and we're playing fetch, or she's running around with her friends, I always have to, watch her like a hawk anyway. But that has definitely made me feel better, because I've noticed that she's done less of the limping or lifting of the leg when she's, being really wild and crazy. So allergies, she definitely has some allergy issues. She's had it all her life. I've had her since she was 1. So I like the Pet Honesty brand better, but I was trying this one out instead because I got this, you know, as a on sale. So it's Chewy Allergy and Immune Chews for dogs. She gets 6 a day. I don't really like the quantity of it. It's like a lot to do because then it doesn't last that long. So 6 that. When I'm finished with this, I'll get her back on Pet Honesty. I just noticed she does really well on that, and it seems like she clears up really quick. And she has really, really red eyes, and it seems to happen in, you know, like fall to winter. So next we're gonna add a couple toppers here. We're gonna add a piece of pork kidney here. We'll go ahead and add a few chicken hearts. I'll add a nice little piece of fish for her here. Maybe 2. She deserves it, right? They always deserve it. And yeah, so we'll do that. Do that for now, and then I have my bone broth here. In here, I just use 1 scoop, and I fill with hot water around here. This is by Native Pet. Very good for dogs. So this is a very limited ingredient product. Beef bone broth, sunflower here as well. So it's just 2 ingredients, so it's perfect. So I really like this one, and she really does too. Not that I drink it or anything, but she really likes it, and when she's happy, I'm happy. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that going and then rehydrate the food, and I'll show you what it's looking like beforehand. All right, so we got our bone broth here. Just gonna go ahead and rehydrate her food. That's what it's looking like here. I'm gonna go ahead and add a couple blueberries just for good measure. It's good for antioxidants, and you definitely need that. Antioxidants are just excellent for dog, you know, canine health. So we're gonna go ahead and add a couple of those. So just a couple here. We'll just put that on top. And this should have cooled down a little bit now. So look, she's ready to eat what they. And we gotta get this thing out of the way. Yes! Go back to your food. Blue, she did have a small pig ear because she deserved it. And she had a really small meal. Well, half the meal that she would normally have. So I gave her a pig ear, and we're gonna definitely exercise her heavy today. Yes. You're such a good girl. Yes, you're so sweet. Yes. You guys, what a long day just checking back in. We had some Christmas pictures done today at the dog training facility that I work at. And we spent a lot of time together. Everybody had fun, had some drinks, some treats, and the dogs got some adorable pictures taken together. So it was a really, really busy day. I'm now just, you know, winding down. I've been doing some homework, doing some notes for my cybersecurity program that I'm enrolled in with WGU. So taking some notes here on my iPad, working on that. This is typically the best way that works for me to study, by using GoodNotes, the app on the iPad, where I can create a study set, and it kind of makes like a nice array of flashcards, so makes things easy for you to remember details. So I've been working on that. I'm going to finish up with that. I am watching Vampire Diaries. This is one of my favorite shows ever, and they just put this on Peacock, I believe. Netflix was not airing it anymore. I guess they took it off, so I was thinking like, oh my gosh, I miss watching this show. So I went ahead and found it on Peacock, and I believe there's like 6 or 7 seasons. So I am going to watch some of that and end off the evening here. I want to thank you so much for watching today's video, and stick around for the future videos. And if you have any suggestions or recommendations for anything that you'd like to see in future videos, please comment down below. I love you guys so much, and thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out and pushes my videos in the algorithm, which we always love that. And good night from Blue and Daphne. Bye, guys.